What is going on, guys? So here I am in Budapest with the Hungarian Parliament building right behind me, across the River Danube. It's a great day, and I'm really glad that I'm here today because I wanted to talk to you about why it's really good idea to be a freelancer or a digital nomad, what have you, um, in Hungary and in Budapest. And for me, I want to give a technical analysis about what are the benefits of having a 90-day travel residence in Hungary in order to lower your costs of living, or even trying to apply for a longer term residency. So as a digital nomad, cost is always a factor in a lot of the things that we do. So here in Hungary, you'd find that not only is it a lot cheaper than the usual European EU member state, they also don't have a lot of what you would call VAT tax or sales tax. So, for example, if you bought a Starbucks for 500 florins, for example, Hungarian florins, you would actually only just pay 500 florins for whatever it is that you're buying. So that's always a plus. So it's good in terms of shopping in a way. So that's why you see a lot of foreigners come here from other parts of Europe. For example, Italy or Germany. So they would come here because of the major tax advantages. And I think that's also a reason why, as a digital nomad, you would want to consider coming to Budapest to to be one of your destinations. I'm a big proponent of flag theory, and with flag theory, it states that there should be a base of operations. So I would choose Budapest as one of a candidates for base of operations if you were considering such a thing. So another reason why I would consider not just visiting but also making Budapest your base of operations is that there are a lot of friendly faces here. The Hungarian culture is very open-minded. They're naturally just very welcoming people. They're very hospitable. They're very accommodating, and even with different types of foreigners, not just other Europeans. You get people from Asia, from South Asia, from East Asia, and they're very welcome here. They don't feel like they don't feel like they're being turned away, for example, or there is some sort of nationalism that I think that's common, that's prevalent in many European nations, but I didn't see it here for the week that I was here. I was only here for a week, and the other factor that I would consider as a benefit to coming to Budapest is the fact that not only the cost, not only for the people, but also the public Wi-Fi is very reliable. The public Wi-Fi here is, I would say, upwards of 20 megabytes per second, and that's just in many of the public places. For example, Starbucks or just one of the local cafes. They have some really good Starbucks here, and it's not just in the touristy areas. So if you find a really good place to do some co-working, this is the place to do it. And some places to recommend is something called the Impact Hub. That's one of the big ones in Budapest. Let's say, like, other co-working areas, I would have to research more, but Impact Hub is the number one that people tend to recommend. And another place that I would recommend is what do you call that? Our co-living spaces. So they have that being set up here as well. So so here in Budapest, this is a really good location. In order to get here from District 7, you would have to take the red line, and then you would have to get off of the station called Bath. It's like Batyani Tar station. It's on the red line, and then there's a lot of options to come here. Not only for the fact that you get a good view of the Hungarian Parliament, you also have a really good access to two of my favorite bathhouses here. So I'm really into like thermal springs, thermal baths. Having visited Japan, Korea, other parts of Europe, and now in Budapest, just for the thermal bath. So here you have two options. One is called the Kirali bathhouse, and the other called the Lucas bathhouse. And they're both within walking distance from here. And they're both very affordable. They're both within 3,000, 4,000 florins, which is not too bad considering considering like similar places in Europe, as it's a lot more pricier. So that's about it, guys. I really enjoy this view. It's kind of overcast, so so you don't get that much glare from the river. And here you go. Let me show you guys a better look. Thanks.